Morbid Facts, Part 607. Pop icon Claude Francois, often hailed as the French Elvis, met a gruesome end in 1978 when he tried to fix a flickering light bulb while standing in a bathtub filled with water. The 39-year-old received a severe electric shock that immediately fried his internal organs and stopped his heart. A family preparing to bury a loved one was shocked to find that one of the burial plots they had purchased was already occupied. Despite extensive efforts, no one could determine who the mystery individual was or how they ended up buried there. Rather than exhume the remains, the family decided to let the unknown person rest in peace, marking the grave with a headstone that simply read, "Random Person." In the 1960s, the CIA was looking for creative ways to spy on the Russians without being noticed. That's when they came up with the genius idea to use a cat to record Russian conversations. A veterinary surgeon implanted a microphone in the cat's ear and a radio transmitter at the base of its skull. The plan was for the cat to be released near a Soviet embassy and innocuously record any dialogue amongst the men. But after 5 years of research and $20 million in funding, the cat was struck and killed by a taxicab almost immediately. Morbid Facts, Part 349. Here's a 2016 photo of American singer Christina Grimmie hours before she was killed at her own concert. She was signing autographs after performing and was approached by 27-year-old Kevin James Loibl, who didn't say a word. Assuming he was just being shy, Christina opened her arms to greet him with a hug. That's when Loibl pulled out a Glock and shot her 3 times, twice in the chest and once in the head. Police didn't offer a motive for the senseless shooting, but said that Loibl had an extremely unhealthy and unrealistic infatuation with the singer. The purpose of this medical device will make you shiver. It's a restraining device used to immobilize infants during circumcisions. In 1988, skydiver Ivan McGuire was shooting a parachuting lesson from 10,000 feet in the air. Excited to film, he grabbed his camera and jumped from the plane, but soon realized that he made a fatal mistake. Ivan had forgotten his parachute and recorded his final moments before plummeting to Earth. Morbid Facts, Part 194. In 1981, Johnny Cash got into a fight with an ostrich at his exotic animals refuge near his Tennessee home. The incident left Cash with multiple broken ribs and a deep stomach wound that nearly killed him. As a result of the pain pills he was prescribed, he slipped back into a drug addiction years after overcoming them. When Congressman Charlie Wilson was 13, his neighbor Chuck Hazard poisoned his dog by mixing glass into its food. Years later, when Hazard was running for office, Wilson drove 96 people to the polls by telling them how Hazard had killed his dog. Hazard ended up losing by 16 votes. Robert McGowan was sitting in his garage when he was rushed by 4 men trying to steal his car. As he was being beaten, he told them the car keys were in his house, so they quickly ran inside. What they didn't expect to find was the man's 80-pound pit bulls, rescue dogs that nobody wanted, which Robert described as the kindest dogs you'll ever know, but will protect their home and owner with finesse. The dogs sent the men running and stood over their injured owner until help arrived.